Hey everybody, welcome back. So I've been doing housework the last hour or so, and I thought that Chantal was done for the day as far as posting content, but I guess she's not because she posted a new vlog. And what vlog is it? It's titled What I Ate in a Day in BED. So Chantal has said she has a very severe problem with food, and she also has confessed she just cannot recover alone, which I agree. She needs strict lockdown inpatient. She needs supervision. She needs a lot of therapy. She needs a lot of things. And her trying to treat herself in Kuwait with no therapy is just a really bad idea. But she has decided to make her content based around BED. And thinking about that, I would like to say to anyone watching this React video, if you're someone and you are dealing with or have struggled with or are struggling with a problem with food in some way, watching Chantal triggers you, I urge you to not watch her. If you feel like you're getting triggered in any sort of way, maybe refrain from watching the content because your recovery is the most important thing. Uh, I'm saying that because I had a comment on my last video. I'm not going to say the person's name, but they mentioned that they were feeling like they were getting triggered by her. So I would like to just say that in advance that if watching Chantal and her talking about the BED, if it triggers you in any way, my best advice to you is to refrain from watching her or listening to her while this is going on. Your recovery is absolutely paramount. It is priority. So always keep that in mind. And if you're someone, and if you have an addiction or if you have a disorder, please seek help in therapy and do not be afraid to reach out for help. It is there. Do not be embarrassed. It's not a bad thing. Like the first step is admitting you have a problem. The second step is reaching out for help and resources. And if the help and resources are there, you most certainly should. So, with that said, let's talk about this vlog. I peeked at it. I wanted to see what was going on. And is Chantal trying to eat healthy? No, absolutely not. She's acting like she's eating healthy, but as you'll see in the vlog, she was giving herself way too much room for eating the naughty foods, and really she should not be including that in trying to eat healthy. I understand that just 100% restriction is not a good idea, especially if you're used to eating in a very extreme unhealthy way, but at the same time you really shouldn't be making excuses and reasons and ways to include in a lot of the stuff that might tempt you to go overboard, and she certainly does include those things for that reason. So we're going to go over stuff on Twitter and then get into the vlog itself, and then we'll just call it a day on this vlog. Okay, so let me just go ahead and bring up something really quick. Let me just share the screen. I want to show you guys something on Twitter, and this is courtesy of Kristen. So Kristen is wonderful enough to post the tags for Chantal's videos. These are the tags for her latest video. Oh, so 1 second, please. Sorry, that was my phone. Here are the tags. The tags are Foodie Beauty, What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Girl, BED, Obesity, Diet, Food, Food Diary, Muslim, and Islam. Can you guys spot the tag that really should not be there for someone who's on a health journey and trying to be in recovery from something? How about that tag at the top right? What I eat in a day as a fat girl. If she's on the road to recovery, if she's looking to change the direction of her channel and get it away from the overeating, the excessive eating, the gluttony, that tag should not be there because that is a silent signal for a certain subset of people to visit her channel and join up to her content. She's still trying to draw them in. And really, that's the last thing you should be doing, Chantal, because those people that are looking for people to overeat, they don't care about you. They don't care about your health. They don't care about your welfare. They care about what interests them. And what they're interested in is finding a person on YouTube that will indulge their fetish. So you got all these different tags, and you're basically signaling different kinds of people with the tags. But the what I eat in a day as a fat girl, you're signaling the feeder people. Yeah, yeah, you are. So if you want to get away from them, you got to get all the way away and stop trying to, throw the silent signals at them to come and visit your channel. I'm just saying. So let's go over to Twitter once again, because I had two Twitters set up. One moment, please. We just got a few things here. Not a whole big list of things because Chantal's posting back to back to back. So it's hard to build up stuff on Twitter when she's going so frequently. Okay, Draven says the hamster on her mouth because that's part of her new thumbnail. You are not seeing a doctor or seeking treatment, therefore, you are not in recovery. Her videos will come up for those looking for true BED recovery. Also, Salah will leave her to eat like she wants. Well, everybody's been saying her eating healthy, that's not something she wants to do. That's not something she's really interested in doing. I feel that is because maybe her and Salah had a conversation or an argument. He got on her case about gaining so much weight. Perhaps he wants to go travel and do things. And because of Chantal and her weight, he can't do that. So he's trying to urge her to eat healthy and be healthy. But as I've mentioned, this whole situation with her and the food, it's over both their heads. Her case is so severe. She needs inpatient. She needs therapy. She needs counseling. For Chantal to even get halfway healthy, she would literally need a team of people working on her around the clock to make it happen. So sorry. Excuse me. Oh, dry throat. Pardon me. Oh my. Ooh, what was that? I don't even know. Okay. Going forward, we'll drink water. One moment, please. My goodness, what is going on? My throat's all dry off for no reason. Sorry about that. Let's go on. Yeah, about that. So you're right, Draven. Anybody who's on YouTube looking for videos concerning BED, they might find Chantal. And I will say to anyone who might be seeking out those videos, maybe you're looking for advice, maybe you're looking for a channel that you can relate to and whatnot, I strongly recommend not watching Chantal because watching her might trigger you in a really, really bad way. If you're someone that you're trying to get on the road to recovery, uh, this might really derail you. If watching her content triggers you, please don't do it. Your recovery and your health are paramount. So always keep that in mind. If you're watching anybody on YouTube and they're doing any kind of content that might trigger you in a very negative way, stay away from it. So my recommendation is somebody that I got a BED in recovery. To those of you that might be in recovery or looking to be in recovery, uh, don't watch her because it might end badly. So just word of advice. So this is from Vala. A little positive thing here, a little palate cleanser. Look at this. This is in Alaska. Look how beautiful and clear the water is in Alaska. That is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I'm so glad someone took this footage because it's wow. Like, what do you say to that? The water is so clear. You can see right through it. Amazing. Okay, now this is from me. This is from the vlog. You guys want to see how healthy Chantal's trying to be? This is what she ate for her meal. So what do we got? We have a piece of chocolate cake. We have a chocolate bar. We have some chips and soda. She's got all the naughty foods. You got soda, you got chips, you got cake, you got a candy bar. You just didn't leave any of them out, did you, Foodie? I saw all of that and I'm like, girl, bye. You're not trying. You're including the naughty foods with the healthy food. You're not even waiting till you eat the healthy food first and then figure out, do I really want this? Do I really need this? Am I really hungry for it? No, you're including it with your meal. Not the smartest decision, Foodie. Cancer Warrior says all of this is a long winded way of her saying she will fail, but she'll claim to have tried. Yeah, this is her. She's going to have this defense later. I tried, you guys. You saw that I tried. I posted all these vlogs. No, this is you trying to capitalize on something and monetize something you have no business monetizing because you're just making vlogs, but there's no talk of therapy. You're not talking about, I had a therapy session. It was really good. Discussed a lot of issues. Nothing, none of that. And therapy is something you need. You can't just make vlogs showing yourself eating food, Chantal. You have to go beyond that. Another stunning location from Travel Bucket List. This is in Portugal. Now, how would anybody love to just wake up and have that view? Wake up in the morning and just have that wonderful view. Stunning, stunning landscape. See, Chantal, if you could travel, you could see places like this and really have more in your optics than just food. I would love to take a walk and just explore all the different places. Honestly, be so much fun. Also from Cancer Warrior, this is an old clip of Chantal that she did. It says foodies forever mentality. Let's watch.
So what? My diet's not super clean. I'm not happy eating that way. I'm not happy being clean. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Morbid words, Chantal. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Let that sink in. So she's basically saying she doesn't care about her health. And she also just said she's not happy eating clean. So it just would seem to me like everything she's doing now, it's just performative. It's an act. She's not taking it seriously. She's not taking her health seriously. She wants to do what she wants to do, and she thinks she could just keep on doing it, and there's going to be no repercussions. And trust me, there will be. There are always consequences for your actions, whether they're positive, negative, or neutral. So you might want to fix your attitude, Chantal. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I missed this part. This is from Ghost Crab. So it's during their going to get pet food, pet supplies vlog. Ghost Crab says the way Salah wipes her chin sweat into her hijab, and he buy it after touching her. So he grabs onto her face, and then oh no, he wiped his fingers on her hijab. How disrespectful! He doesn't love you, Chantal. When are you gonna get it? Maybe never. I don't know. Okay, so let's go on to the vlog itself. Let's see what Chantal has to say to us. Let's see her eating healthy. And I've got my thoughts, so let's do this, y'all.
Foodie beauties.
Hi guys. I have a friend for you here. Oh.
What did you do?
Well, hello. Assalamu alaikum. So this is just going to be an introduction. I'm trying a different background here just to test it out. So if it doesn't work, it's going to kind of be like
That is so a green screen. That is not her house.
Weird and ugly and possibly just the green background. Anyway, so I just want to do a little bit of introduction for today's video. I am Still working on recovering from my binge eating disorder, and I've decided, this can no longer be on the back burner for me. It's just can't. It's stopping me from living my life. So, which it always has.
Well, you know what? You're married to Salah. And I think you should include Salah in this. Because with you being in the condition that you're in, not only are you stopping yourself from living your life, you're stopping him from living his life. Because although you are older than Salah, he's having to take care of you like a child. Like always going to get your food, always being concerned for you. He can't have an independent life because of you. Because you can't do anything for yourself. You're stopping him from living his life. And maybe that bothers him because he wants to go out and do things and he can't because of you. You being the, you know, living embodiment of a ball and chain that just won't let go. So you're talking about, I just want to go out and live my life. But you've always been very happy to just sit down and eat. You had no interest whatsoever in going out and doing things. I think all this talk about, I want to go live my life, that's Salah speaking through you. That's stuff that he said to you.
It always has. So I am seeking to start therapy again. I'm looking for a therapist who's experienced with dealing with binge eating disorder specifically. So I'm working on that.
I don't know why it's so hard. You guys remember the react that I did? She kept making excuses and reasons, and I just can't find anybody. And I just did a quick Google search about, like online therapists and support groups and stuff like that for BED. And I found one within 5 minutes, not even five, like two. So she says she's having trouble finding one. Why is it so difficult? I bet I could find one in 5 minutes right now, Chantal. If you're saying I'm having trouble finding one, it's probably because you're not even looking. You're not interested to talk to anybody. You're just putting on an act for Salah so that you're acting like you're getting better, you're acting like you're getting healthy, but the truth is you're really not. And considering what I saw in this vlog, you're not interested in getting healthy at all.
Getting a consultation with that. Also, I've decided to just take things step by step with this recovery. And I think the best thing right now to do, the most realistic thing to do, is to start with aiming to be binge free day by day. Take it day by day, and each day my goal will just be to be able to have a binge free day. Will I always succeed? I don't know. I'm going to try. But it's very, very hard to overcome this type of thing. So I'm going to do my best, but I'm going to document the highs and lows regardless. Yes, I've been here a million times. Sometimes it takes people years and years to heal. Not everyone heals the same. And it is my channel, it is my life. So the different stages of it, I'm going to be sharing what I feel comfortable sharing. And
meaning if she has a bad moment with food, she's not going to film that. Of course she's not.
I think that it's important to.
But you know what? You don't even have to film the B moments, foodie. See, because there's B moments, which you have a problem with, but there's also something else. There's something called grazing. Y'all know what grazing is? Grazing is when you're not sitting down and eating a massive amount of food all at once. It's when you're continuously eating. You're going from one thing to the next. That's grazing. And we've seen Chantal do that before too. Remember when she lived at the villa and she would take the edibles? She would literally go from one thing to the next thing. She'd go from chips to cookies, back to chips to something else. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just nonstop eating. That's called grazing. So are you grazing, Chantal? Because that's bad too. And it's just as bad as having a B moment because you're still taking in those calories, like nonstop eating for an hour or two. That's, that could equal to the amount you would normally eat with a B moment.
To share this journey. It does also help with support as well that I get from my loyal beezers and my viewers. And I like that. You know, I know there's a lot of negativity, which a lot of people think could be a hindrance to my progress, but I think that I feel comfortable as long as, I do things on my terms on my channel and I just make it a more comfortable space for me, like, deleting a lot of negativity and just focusing on the positive side of.
And here's the problem that I have with you recovering alone. At this moment, you have no self control. You know that. I know that. If Salah doesn't know that, he should know that. You have no self control. That's why you need to be in a controlled environment. You need to say, I have no control. Somebody take the wheel and drive because I don't know how to do it. You have no control. And if you're in an environment where there's no one around, you're not being watched, you're going to lose control. So if all of this is for Salah to get him off your back, so you can lie to him a little bit longer and say, I'm trying. Look, I'm eating these healthy foods. Look at these small amounts. If you're just trying to give yourself some breathing room so that you can secretly do what you want to do, eventually the lies are going to come out because he's going to notice you gaining more and more weight and getting more and more unhealthy. He's going to come to you and say, what's going on, Chantal? You said that you were getting healthy. You were doing all these vlogs, but why are you continuing to gain weight? Your lies are going to catch up with you. And all those lies are doing is hurting you. It's not hurting anybody else but you.
My YouTube following. So I do appreciate you guys for giving me tips and reaching out, offering support and resources. I really, really appreciate that. A lot of the resources and the therapy will be online based. So, yeah. So I guess now I'm just going to show you what I ate in a full day yesterday. And it was actually a successfully binge-free day. There were moments where I thought, I'm going to binge. I know it. But I've been learning a technique that I can talk to you guys about another time. I want to give it.
Why don't you talk to us about it now? You said you've learned a technique. I would be very interested to know what this technique is. I'd be very interested to know. Why not share it with us?
More of a go, but it's basically I've been rereading the Binge Code, which is actually a really good book for somebody who's overcome their binge eating disorder.
But you haven't overcome it, but okay.
And they have some techniques in there that I find helpful, or have in the past. But it's something that I'm going to have to live with forever, and it could become manageable, but I don't think it will ever fully leave me. There's always the risk there. So I have to.
You're absolutely right about that. If you have an addiction or if you have a disorder, you'll forever have it. It's just that either you're on the not recovered side of the fence or the recovered side of the fence. But even if you're on the recovery side, there's still the temptation. So you're right about that.
Be more aware of my condition, my triggers, and be more responsibility for my mental health and my overall health so that I can be on the road to recovery. So anyways,
Chantal, I'm not trying to be mean here, but ma'am, you are sitting perfectly still. You're not moving at all and you are out of breath. Does this not concern you? Is this not a reason to go to the doctor? I know you're deathly scared to go to the doctor because maybe if you go to the doctor in Kuwait, Salah's going to find out exactly how bad everything is going on inside of you. Are you scared to go to the doctor for that reason? Because you don't want him to know. You haven't told him everything that's wrong. If you care about him at all, and he's your partner, you will let him know. You'll let him in and you'll let him know. Or are you hiding everything because you're afraid that once he finds out the severity of the situation, he will walk? You want him as your partner, but you're going to leave him in the dark about how bad you are. You're sitting there perfectly still, breathing heavy, breath, out of breath. For what reason?
I will show you guys now basically what I had. Now, I am still eating the meal kits. I'm not going to call them diet box because I hate that word, but I'm going to call it meal kits. So I am still eating them, but what I've done is I've incorporated um, substitution, not substitutions, but supplemental foods.
So they center the healthy meals. And what she's saying is, well, it's not enough food, so I added more food to it. Is that a good idea? I don't know.
So, for example, with the salads, I'll add some cheese, maybe some extra veg, or I'll add some extra veg. If I'm really hungry, and to prevent a binge, maybe I'll microwave a potato and add
Yeah, because she's adding more carbs.
some cheese on it, or I have different things that I'm gonna show you guys that I have in the kitchen. So I have the diet. So I have the meal kits, and I also have some supplemental foods that are more satisfying. And I find that, and I think a huge factor in the success of not binging yesterday was eating enough food and eating more on a schedule and eating every few hours. I don't let myself get to a level 5 of hunger. I have like a hunger scale. I let myself get to like a 3, and then I need to eat something. And it has to be something kind of satisfying. Not as, and I'm trying to make it like nutritious food because I find, I did read also in the binge code that if your body is lacking nutrition, it's going to keep being hungry because it's trying to get the nutrients, it's trying to get you to.
Right. Thank you for saying that. So think about your diet the last few years, Chantal, what you've been eating. You ate nothing but junk food, fast food, food lacking in nutrition. So you would sit there and eat and eat and eat, and you were always hungry. Now, why do you think that is? Because when you were eating the fast food and the junk food, you would send it on down, and your body saying, thanks, I guess, for the bag of junk, but we're still hungry. We're starving. We need vitamins, we need minerals, we need nutrients, and that bag of garbage doesn't have any of that in it. So therefore, you're still going to be hungry. So therefore, you're going to pile on more food. If you eat less food that is nutrient rich, has vitamins and minerals, it'll satisfy your hunger. Just think about every way you've been eating for the last few years. Not good. Not good at all. Everybody eats junk food. I'm not saying we don't. We have a fast food meal or a snack or whatever, but we keep it to a minimum. We don't make that our entire diet. But that's what you were doing to your body for years.
Eat those nutrients it's missing. So I'm trying to do that. And, it's really hard, the mental aspect of it, especially, and just the hunger. I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry again. So, but I have to really like.
That's when you give yourself a moment to pause and think. You get that self awareness going on. If you eat a meal and it's healthy, and that bee monster in your head is saying, eat some more, eat some more, you got to stop and you have to pause. And you say to yourself, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just ate. My stomach isn't empty. It's got something in it. I just ate. This makes no sense. And then that's that bee monster talking to me. And it wants something that I don't need. I'm going to tell it to shut up. Shut up, bee monster. You're making no sense right now. There's food in the stomach. What are you talking about? If you're having those thoughts about food directly after eating, you just stop and think about the logic. It makes no sense. I'm having these thoughts. I literally just ate. What? No. Wrong. Cancel out that thought. Put a piece of tape over the bee monster's mouth and make it be quiet.
Like take that break. I try to wait at least 10 minutes between one of those urges. When I get the urge, I try to wait 10 minutes and say, am I really actually hungry, or am I eating?
Little helpful tip for Chantal or anybody else that you want to stay away from being tempted. This helps a lot. If you find yourself fixating on food that way, distract yourself. If you start to have those thoughts, immediately distract yourself. Go do something else. Walk outside of the house, take a walk, paint something, draw something, write something. Put your mind focused on something else. Put something else in your optics. Keep your mind busy so that you're not hyper fixated on food. Like you got to learn to short circuit those thoughts by doing something else. Find something that makes you happy, whether it's reading a book, swimming, writing, sculpting, sewing, whatever it is you need, whatever it is that makes you happy. Fill up your day with happy activities and happy thoughts. And, like if you have to watch funny videos on YouTube and watch comedy and make yourself laugh, do that. But fight against that monster that's just telling you to eat, eat, eat. Like, no, I'm not going to eat. I'm going to go do this over here. It does help.
Eating for a different reason, and that's going to be the key to success, I know. And it's not always easy. Sometimes I just ignore that and say, I don't give a crap, But anyway, so I'm in better spirits today because I did have that successful day. And so let's get to, I'm going to show you guys specifically some things I have in my kitchen and fridge right now. And then I'm going to go into what I ate on my successful first day of being binge free. So thank you for following along, and let's get to. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you some things I have in my kitchen that I'm going to supplement my meal kits with for when I'm hungry and for some extra food to prevent binges. One thing, popcorn with butter and a bit of salt. I call this volume food, very filling and healthy, full of fiber and lower in calories. So I have
there we go. A bag of anything you can graze off of, never a good idea. A bag of chips, that granola, that'll be gone. You think she's going to eat that in moderation? Nope. Look, I know it's healthier, but it's a bag of something, and it's a big bag of something. And what usually happens, you start off, I'll just have a couple of pieces, and you'll mindlessly graze, and the next thing you know, the whole bag is gone. That's why you can't have big bags of anything like that around. There's a little bit of sweetness to it, which it looks like there is because we got the mixed fruit. Like a little bit would be good for Chantal, but you think she's not going to eat that whole bag at one night? She will.
Some granola. Granola I find very satisfying for like a sweet tooth thing.
Exactly. So she's got a sweet tooth. She loves her sugar. She loves her sweets. So you got a whole bag of something that is going to taste sweet. It's going to be toast.
Kind of desserty.
Oh, there we go. It's like dessert. It's sweet. It's history.
And I like that with yogurt and berries.
You're not going to eat that with yogurt and berries. You'll eat the whole bag by itself. Trust me, she will. Is she supposed to use that with the yogurt? Of course. But when she has a little snack attack, she'll forget all about that yogurt and go for that bag.
So speaking of yogurt, I have these. They're full fat because they'll keep me satiated longer. Plain sugar-free yogurt.
And as far as yogurt, I love the Greek yogurt with it, just a little bit of honey. You don't have to drown the whole thing in honey, just a touch. I love like the Greek yogurt and honey.
I have some strawberry Z frosting in this glass now so that I can add them to it. That's just milk.
Oh wait, you just said the granola with the yogurt, and you're gonna add that too. She's got to sweeten everything up.
Milk. I have some grape leaves I put in containers here. Some wheat toast for a toast. Eggs. We have so many eggs because even though I'm not the hugest fan, they are very satisfying.
Okay, there's something that I'm noticing here, or maybe I'm just nitpick Nancy over here, but she's showing all these groceries in the fridge, And she says, I love eggs and I've been eating healthy. It just looks like nothing's been touched. Like that package of eggs has not been touched. So if she loves eggs so much, how come there's not a few missing? Anybody else notice that? Because that just struck me. It just looks like it's all for show.
With protein and fats. And yeah, I add this like partly skim mozzarella to like a lot of things. Salads.
Oh, Lord, here we go. Cheese. Chantal, you don't have a gallbladder. You don't need cheese. But of course, we got to have cheese in the house. And cheese can be a healthy snack, but that's a big bag. Like another helpful tip, if there's a food that you might go crazy with, don't keep a big quantity of it in the house. Like try to control yourself by buying the smaller bags because then you can only eat so much and then you have to go get more. But she's always buying the big, huge bags.
For example, because it gives you that extra protein and keeps you fuller longer.
So it just seems like she's looking for foods that keep her full longer. Like she's looking for that full feeling. She's not quite ready to get away from being full. She has to feel full.
Here I have some potatoes. I love potatoes. They're so filling. They're full of fiber and vitamin C.
And carbs, because we love your carbs, right?
And I have a lot of onions and garlic for flavor and stuff. And some bananas, which have to be ripened, but I just got them. So banana with peanut butter, the best thing ever.
Oh, that's a mistake too. Peanut butter? Peanut butter is full of sugar and calories. You sure you want to eat that?
I also have some crinkle cut fries to put in the air fryer when I'm having like a fast food craving.
What? No. You're saying you're trying to get in recovery. So when you have a craving for something you shouldn't have, you just sat there and talked to us about when you eat the fast food, it's basically junk because there's no nutrition in it. And I agree. No argument there. But when you're craving the naughty stuff, you've got something in the house that tastes like it. Make up your mind, Chantal. Pick a lane.
And some broccoli. I love broccoli with cheese on a potato. It's so satiating and so delicious. Guys, what you're seeing is the curd being separated from the whey. I'm making paneer. I'm experimenting. Once I get the recipe down,
Where you're making cheese. You're making paneer, which has cheese in it. More cheese. Chantal, you already have like the mozzarella cheese. Why do you need to do this? You're going nuts with the cheese again.
Pat, I'll do a video or maybe a live. So far, so good though. So those are just a few things that I'm going to use as snacks and supplements for my meal kit. And then I think it'll be perfect. All right, so let's get to what I had to eat. All right, so for breakfast, I'm having a breakfast sandwich provided by my meal kit. It was actually quite delicious. It has a like multigrain roll that was actually really fresh and soft, and it has mortadella, eggs, and cheese on the inside. And these on the side are some chili, garlic, frozen tater tots.
Yeah, question. So you had the sandwich, which has got the carbs in it. So what do you need the tater tots for? And why do you need the juice to go with that? You couldn't drink water or any other healthy thing. Had to be juice, which is basically sugar water. So we got sugar water, we've got carbs, and we got more carbs.
In the air fryer, and I'm having a glass of mango pineapple juice. And here's a little inside view of the sandwich. I would definitely give it a thumbs up. I found it to be very satiating and delicious.
So if it was satiating, why did you need the tater tots? I'm going to keep poking at you with that. If that sandwich was satiating, why add the tater tots? Answer, because it wasn't satiating. You wanted more than just the sandwich. If you could just eat the sandwich and it filled you up and was satisfying, you would just stop there. But you added the tater tots.
And then after breakfast, I took my medications. The Advil is for my back pain. Symbicort is for my asthma, and the Cyberlex is for my mental health condition.
Okay, I got questions. So she just posted a vlog with her and Salah. They were walking near the beach. They went to the pet store. I was watching her closely. I did not see any sign that she was in pain with her back. She was walking around just fine. She even was at the beach and she bent down to pet the cats. Not a single sign of back pain at all.
All right, so I'm going to have my lunch from my diet box, and as you can see, I'm just supplementing some things. I have a little water. So this is the salad that came with it. Looks like some kind of green, maybe spinach and pomegranate with some vinaigrette. I added some mozzarella cheese, and this is a
You added cheese on both the cheese on the salad, cheese on the pasta. Good Lord.
chicken penne with tomato sauce dish.
Okay, I have a question. Why is there nothing in that other side where that little container is?
And I added some
What's going on with that? Shouldn't there be something over here? What was supposed to be here?
Parmesan cheese. Not as much as I usually do, but yeah, so let's eat. All right, so for a snack, I'm going to have 2 grape leaves. This.
And we got grape leaves, which grape leaves are normally stuffed with rice. So we got more carbs, as if the sandwich and the tater tots were not enough carbs. We got the grape leaves, which are stuffed with rice. We've got we've got the Dorito type situation chips here, and we've got more soda. So she had sugar water earlier. Now we've got soda, more sugar water, healthy.
Little packet of nacho cheese tortilla chips and a glass of Coke. Usually I just drink.
Oh, there's another mistake. Wrong idea. Not even a small bottle. Got one of the bigger bottles. Yeah, that's going to be polished off. You're doing everything wrong, foodie. Everything. And are you ordering this food or is Salah bringing it to you? Because if he's bringing it to you, he wants you to lose weight, but if he's bringing you this stuff, it ain't going to help.
Almost the whole bottle in one sitting, at least half, so I'm just going to have a glass. All right, so Salah brought home this side dish called nahi. It's chickpeas in like water and salt, cooked in water and salt. And it's just a very popular snack here. So I'm going to try some of these. Okay, so here is the dinner from the
Oh Lord, what is this? What is going on? What? So we've got these, we got this, and what's this over here? Tell us.
diet service, meal service, I'll call it. I hate the word diet. So it's a spinach pomegranate salad with, I think it's not balsamic, it's like a pomegranate molasses vinaigrette. And some, I think these are chicken coriander meatballs with basmati rice. And the dessert was a piece of moist looking chocolate cake, and I added some strawberry on there.
She's making sure to get her sugar and her carbs in.
Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
Like, look, like I said, I know that total restriction is just not an option here because it might trigger her to eat more, but it's still not a good idea for her to. The 3 meals that she showed, that it was very carb heavy. Very carb heavy. I like the rice, and she's cooking paneer and the cheese on top. It's very, 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 very carb heavy.
This looks really satisfying. And of course, just a little bottle of water. I know this is plastic.
You know what you should have done? Instead of having the juice and having this soda, a bigger bottle of water. Like, try to drink water as much as possible, and the soda and the juice as little as possible.
And I could just drink from the bigger bottles, but these make me feel like I'm having like a soda I like the cute little packaging. And like I said, I'm kind of like weirdly addicted to packaging, food and cute packaging. So I'm going to drink these for now. Okay, so I'm going to have.
Oh, I didn't even see this. Oh my God. Are you serious, Chantal? And you got the cheese poofs.
I'm craving some puffak cheesies and
Snacks everywhere. Snacks for days. Throughout the day. Snacks, snacks, snacks. Soda, cheesy poofs, chocolate cake, candy bar. She covered all the bases.
I'm going to have only half the bag and give the other half to Salah. So
Yeah, and then you'll ask for it back later, or you'll sneak into his room and take the bag when he's sleeping, because that's what you used to do to Pete's. Anybody's been watching Chantal, y'all remember how she would wait till he was asleep, and then when she had a snack attack, she would sneak into his room and take his candy bars. And once she got caught, and he took him back, and she wasn't even embarrassed about it.
all right. That was actually satisfying. When I'm craving chocolate bar, I like these little portioned ones instead of a huge one. These feel like
Those are like little snack candy bars. So my question is, where's the rest of them? Because usually snack bars like that, they come in a big bag. So where's the bag, Chantal? Does Salah have it? Do you have it tucked away? Where's the bag? You don't just buy bars that small individually. Where's the bag?
you're finishing the food because that's a big thing for me. Like I feel like I have to finish the food. It's a weird compulsion. So this actually helps because I am finishing it, but it's like portioned out. Hey guys, if you want to.
Yeah, like that whole thing was a fail. Again, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but look. So she's trying to eat healthier. I'm glad she's trying to eat healthier. But if she's sitting there literally like including the naughty foods with every meal, it's all sweet, it's all sugar, there's so many carbs, coating everything in cheese. It's not good. Not good. Like just you're setting yourself up for some moments later when the camera's off, Chantal. I hope they don't happen, but you know, it just from what I've seen, yeah, you need to be impatient. You're trying to give yourself some room to do what you want to do and not get yelled at by Salah. It's pretty obvious. So, what do the comments say before we get out of here? Uh, let's see what people have to say. C Pickle says you need something to do. Your only to do is eating. Yeah, she needs something to take her mind off food. You know, she needs something to distract herself from fixating on eating because that's the only thing she fixates on. Loyal Warrior Soul says, until you seek and utilize professional treatment, you are not in recovery. I agree. What are the replies? Dozer says, didn't she say at the beginning she was seeking a therapist? You know, I would think that if Chantal cared about being in recovery, that'd be the first thing she'd look into because she knows she needs it. And here we have Chantal right below because Charles Reed is one of her socks. Chantal, aka Charles, says, you are not a doctor, so don't recommend any treatment plans. They weren't recommending a treatment plan, Chantal, Charles. They were saying, until you seek and utilize professional treatment, you are not in recovery. They weren't saying, hey, go check this out. Hey, go check that out. They weren't recommending anything. They were saying, you're not in treatment yet. Myriad says, that's not diet food. You are just having B moments, period. Yep. They're happening off camera. Pessum Power says, probably adding cheese to everything, not a good idea. No, it's not. Also, ditch all the junk foods and soda from your house. Yes, agreed. You want to eat as much veg soup as possible so you can't eat other things, and no, don't add cheese. That's another trick for anybody who's trying to control the naughty foods. Little helpful tip for me. If you are trying to maybe get some control, little sneaky thing that works. Make up a healthy stew or soup. You can do that in a crock pot or an Instapot or anything like that, but make up a big portion of really tasty, healthy soup or stew. And always have it in the fridge at the ready. That way, if you're hungry and you want something quick, you can just take some out, put it in the microwave, heat it up. And soup is mainly, it's a lot of water. So just the volume will make you feel full, and that might stop you from having a bad moment. Just something for me. Someone saying, why did you delete the BED video? It's still up. I looked. Let's see. Emily says, I think doing this in private will help you mentally. I agree. Encouragement from Salah should be sufficient right now in your life. Well, it's good for her, for him to encourage her, but it's over his head. This whole thing is over his head. She needs outside help besides him. Orange Pulp says, therapy helped me so much. I'm really glad you're seeking it. You got this. Well, I don't know if she's really seeking it. We won't know until she actually talks about it. And she's really bad about looking into therapy. Okay, so that's it for the comments. Hope you guys have enjoyed this React video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment yourselves. I really appreciate it. Y'all take care and have a good day. Bye now.